Welcome back, Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
We're just an insanely adorable couple in love that loves reacting to some Invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so this is season 2, episode 6 that we're checking out today, and we're gonna see. I mean, you know, Mark and the Guardians are in trouble, and Rex is the last member of his Guardian team. See if he can get free from the lizard people.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
A lot going on.
If you want full reactions for this, check out Patreon. Links in the description of this video. And you can also get early ad-free access that way as well.
Yeah.
Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Just do it, you prick.
Shit.
Yeah. I stupidly was expecting
I thought he was
Hail
gonna
Mary.
get. Yeah, I thought someone was gonna come in and save him.
Yeah, me too.
Almost done. Whatever you are planning, it will fail.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
We can't give up. Oh no.
What are we gonna do? Do it fast. Nice. Way to come through in the end.
It tickles.
It tickles.
Please hurry. Done. Get this close to Russ and then press the button. Anyone?
Mark.
Anyone? Give it to me. I'll do it. How dare you? I'm stronger and faster than you, and you know it. Don't fail. Cover me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows it, but now you know it too. You're having that confidence.
Oh.
Hurry, Mark. You just found out no one's really safe. Except for maybe you. Now do the handoff to the immortal.
Hit the button.
Hell yes, we did it.
Did you?
No.
Told you we were too powerful. Maybe there's some juice left in this thing? Big maybe.
Oh, shit.
It's the only chance you got. I thought they were gonna be able to use like Adam Eve's powers.
So did I.
You okay?
Yeah. Just happy to be me again.
Yes, hooray! 10 out of 10. We need to go now.
The Guardians are dead. I'm not sure you'll ever get the floors clean again. Agree to my demands, and I will consider not destroying half of the nation.
No way. Spurt out of his head.
Seems like the loss of your brain hasn't hurt you as much as one would expect. But you're
I said, shut up!
Jeez, yeah, right. Oh,
Oh, with like
he's beating with his bloody
bone.
stump.
The bone.
Are you all right?
Does he fucking look all right?
That's a weird question. I'm fine. Totally good. You know me. I'm practically...
Wow. Okay.
We need to get this guy to an OR now. Get a stretcher over here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
She's alive. Oh. Damn.
Oh my god.
Halt! You saved us from the Sequids, and for that we are grateful.
Yeah, you're welcome. Look, we gotta go.
But we cannot permit you to leave with the great betrayer.
Me?
It's not my superhero name.
You must remain here for punishment.
What kind of punishment?
Death.
I understand.
You know, if you guys had said any other punishment.
I've only been inside one of these ones. It was a school trip.
It was a school trip.
Open the airlock.
Get him, Mark.
Invincible's gonna do what he does best.
Sorry. You know, the rest of you could just retreat, and then you'd live.
It's gonna be tough to drive without that engine.
That's amazing.
Thanks. You know, I trained with the best.
Good work.
Thanks. You too.
Sorry, my dad killed you.
You seem a little shook.
It was unpleasant having my mind under Sequid control, and being out of my armor was extremely stressful.
No shit. That whole thing was insane.
Thank you for the update, Cecil. I'm glad Mark and the others are safe. Let's be honest. That's not the only reason you're here.
The GDA has an entire department dedicated to superhero children.
Because a top secret government lab is the perfect place to raise a child.
Look at Homelander.
Clouds on the ceiling. No one expects you to raise this kid. Let us help.
Oh.
Your mom is far, far away, and your dad...
Is a son of a bitch.
This isn't about Nolan or me. It's about Mark. This child is Mark's brother, which makes him family to me too.
Debbie.
And let me remind you that I raised Mark, who just saved the world. Again. I'm more than qualified to do this. Isn't that right?
She's right.
Mm-hmm.
But we're here if you need us, and I expect to be kept in the loop.
It's nap time.
I just want to go home. Sequids don't sleep. They never let me sleep.
I'm gonna need an entire box of Q-tips to get all that Sequid slime out of my ear.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
So I wonder if she survived just by like trying to shrink again before like he swallowed her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something changed inside my heart. I'm sure of everything.
Well, no, I did great though. Never liked Rex, but I mean, began this episode and last episode, he really came through.
He was fucking dynamite.
Yeah.
Good job, Oliver.
You named him after Grandpa?
Well, he needed an actual name besides Nolan's alien baby.
I like it.
Aw.
Little orphan Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Kate Chaw was a fearless warrior. Though her powers came from a family curse, she believed they were a gift to help those around her. That was Kate's real power, her unwavering belief that this world is good. Kate never stopped believing that and encouraged me to do the same.
Oh man.
It was a beautiful service. I'm glad it didn't rain. Kate hated the rain. Why do I feel this way, Marcus? Because you loved her, man. I loved many others before Kate. All of them died as well. But this is different. I thought we had more time together.
You always do.
Yeah.
How's your mom?
Classes, sorry.
Please.
Classes are going okay?
I'm at the point where I just roll out of bed and go to lectures in my pajamas. Well, how's your new brother? Is he adjusting?
My mom's still getting used to chewing his food for him, though.
She chews his food?
It turns out Thraxan babies don't have enzymes to break down solid food. We're hoping his Viltrumite half will kick in soon.
I missed you.
I missed you too. We hang out less than we did before we went to college.
I hate lying to them, Mark, and I have no one to talk to about it. I mean,
Sounds like they're gonna break up.
You know, sometimes I wish I never got powers. Then I could just be with you and forget about everything else.
but you do have powers.
Mm-hmm.
And that means you have an obligation to make the world a better place. And if you didn't feel that way, we wouldn't be dating to begin with.
So,
You breaking up or taking a break?
Mark! Look who's back!
Rick, how are you feeling?
Hi, Mark. I guess I'm fine.
He's doing great. Donald says he can come back to upstate, right?
I'm here to help facilitate his transition. If there's anything I can do, just call me.
Sounded very robotic
He
there.
did.
Wow, Rick looks exactly the same. It's like nothing happened.
Something did happen. He went through intensive body reconstruction. That kind of trauma can
Change person.
resurface.
Donald, are you okay?
Tell William I'll check in later to see how Rick's doing.
Okay. Bye.
Donald's gonna snap.
You look like shit. And that's coming from a guy that looks like this. How's Ray?
Hold it in there.
You know, when that bullet went through my head, I saw my life flash before my eyes. That's always sounded like bullshit to me too, but it's not. And I didn't like what I saw.
Yeah.
I was such a dick to Kate, to Eve too, to every woman I've ever dated.
Yeah, you should work on that.
I don't know why I had to get my brains blown out to see that.
What is it about being a superhero where we go around saving lives while ruining them at the same time?
Jesus. All right, let's hear it.
Mark!
Oh, hey, Eve. You here to see Rex?
Yeah. Turns out Rex really likes home decorating magazines. I think it's because he's never really had a home.
Aw.
Hey, I haven't seen you since Kate's funeral. Are you okay, Mark?
I'm fine. Anyway, I gotta run, so I'll see you around.
Okay. Bye.
Eve! The bearer of spring colors and waterfall countertops.
I just ran into Mark and
Ugh, I know, right? He and Amber are...
wait, what does that mean?
Means they're done.
Helga, you've been a nanny for 30 years. Children are my life.
Does it bother you that the kid's purple?
But I don't think you're the right fit for us. I'm not comfortable hiring a spy.
Ha!
I was married to Nolan for 20 years. I can spot Cecil's people a mile away. So, thank you. Bye-bye.
Good job.
Hi, I'm April Howsam, here for the nanny position. No, before we begin, you should know that Cecil sent me.
Please come in.
Well, Cecil's learned.
So you know that Oliver is...
Half Thraxin, half Viltrumite.
You've been thoroughly briefed, I see.
Mm-hmm.
My philosophy on child rearing is simple. Encourage a child's natural curiosity for the world.
Okay.
Here you go, buddy, while giving him structure and a safe space to grow and learn. I also play a mean lullaby on the ukulele.
I don't want a GDA agent in my house running interference for Cecil on how to raise Oliver.
There's only a handful of people in the world with my skill set. I work for you, Miss Grayson, not Cecil. You're the boss.
What is your skill set?
Gifted child rearing.
Mama boss.
Real nice place you made here, Eve.
Cecil.
I wanted to thank you personally for helping out with the whole Sequid business, and to once again offer you a spot on the Guardians.
I'm still figuring out what kind of hero I want to be, and that's not the kind of person you need on the Guardians. But you know how to find me if you need my help again.
And you know where to find me when you change your mind. Thanks for your time, Eve. I'll leave you to your guest now.
What guest? Eve? Up there? Amber? Can we talk?
I told you it's gonna be another 4 hours.
It's not who you think it is.
Mark. Sorry, I thought you were someone else. Just leave your suit and I'll have it fixed by morning.
I actually came to talk.
What's on your mind?
Well,
Girl trouble.
it feels like the universe is conspiring against us.
Relationships aren't easy. I should know. I've been in plenty of them in my day.
I've only dated one guy. We all got to start somewhere. But I thought after we got over that, it'd work out. Mark puts himself on the line for people he doesn't even know, and that takes real
Guts to not care what anyone else thinks. Amber always does the right thing. It's inspiring. She makes me a better person.
So what's the problem?
She's a normie.
When bad things happen, Mark has to drop everything and go, including you. I don't care when Mark cancels our date or forgets to text. I mean, he's saving the world. It's not that. It's that it makes me feel like a
Jerk, because I'm doing exactly to her what my dad did to me and my mom. We never complained because A, it made us feel like assholes, and B, we didn't want to distract Dad from saving the world. I don't want that kind of life for Amber.
when we're together, I feel guilty. Like I'm taking him away from people who really need him. Mark needs someone who
is there for her, who really understands what she's going through in college and
what it's like dating a superhero. I knew dating Mark would be difficult. I just didn't know it would be so lonely.
I feel like I'm failing Amber.
You're not saving the world right now.
And Mark's back on Earth, so I guess the question you have to ask yourself is, why are you here talking to me when you should be talking to him?
Go home and be with your girlfriend.
Thanks for listening, Art.
Hey, your mom told me what happened with your dad on Thraxer.
I didn't realize how much I missed him. Maybe that makes me a bad person or something.
No.
It makes you human.
Yeah.
And then the last thing he told me before the Viltrumites took him away, read my books.
Why did he say that?
I don't know.
Because he's a great salesman.
Nolan wrote more than just travel books.
What?
He wrote sci-fi novels. Can you believe he gave them to me as a tip once?
Lost inside the chasm to oblivion.
Yeah, sci-fi that's all actually real.
I don't remember this.
Commemorates D.A. Sinclair's victims.
Victims?
You're the only one who recovered.
I see flashes sometimes. Sinclair's face, a scalpel. But it's like I'm watching someone else's nightmare. Am I me again, William?
Of course you're you.
D.A. Sinclair took so much of me away. Who am I if I can't even remember what I'm missing.
It's going to be all right. I promise. We'll get through this together.
DTF.
The Infinity Ray. It was said to emit an unstoppable energy wave that destroyed anything.
Saw space sharks.
But it required a steady hand, and more importantly, a steady mind. No one has ever gotten close enough to study the Infinity Ray for themselves.
As far as its range, okay. Is that sun gone?
If the Infinity Ray is indeed real, and as powerful as the stories claim, it poses a huge
threat to our mission. Savage planet, savage beasts. Our mission was simple. To investigate this harsh
planet and report back to Space Command headquarters. After finding no usable resources, my partner and I were ready to return home. But the planet had other plans.
Oh, shit.
In an instant, I was surrounded, swarmed, overwhelmed. I've battled creatures 10 times their size.
But not as fierce.
Ragnar's had evolved strength like no other, and I feared this place would be
my grave. No way.
You can try to recruit those beasts?
And a long overdue vacation on the house.
No.
Wasn't a request.
Syke's concerned. So am I. And since you refuse to see our specialist...
I don't need your pinheads poking around my brain!
But I need you.
I said I'm fine!
Yeah, you sound fine.
Exactly. People that shout,
Send
I'm
it
fine,
here.
are always fine.
Someone's coming in hot from deep space.
Omni-Man.
Immortal, wait. Immortal!
Alan!
Oh, crap. This is gonna be tricky. Hey, I think there's been a misunderstanding. How can I hear you speak? Okay, it's just this implant I have. It lets us communicate telepathically. It's not a big deal. Get out of my head! Hey, I am not here to fight. Omni-Man sent you! No!
You just need someone to fight.
He's got some rage issues right now.
Ow, dick!
Oh,
Oh, you crossed the line with that one.
you got some eye with that one.
Invincible! What the hell is going on? I don't know. I came here looking for you, and then suddenly this douchebag...
Alan's my friend. He's a good guy.
Oh,
He can't hear you.
it's a design flaw. I'm told there's an update coming.
Right. Can you tell him?
With pleasure. Mark says I'm a pal. He also says I'm essentially the king of space. He says he hates your dumb beard because it's missing all the best parts of a beard. These parts.
Did Alan attack you, or?
Oh, good question. Mark wants to know if I attacked you or threatened you, which I totally didn't because you just charged up here and attacked me. Not very heroic of you, Earth superhero of Earth.
It's got you there.
I thought you were someone else.
Hoped you were somebody else, so you could take out his rage.
His girlfriend just died.
Well, now I feel like a giant douchebag. You do have them, right? I'm going to keep making that reference. Look, we need to talk.
And delete.
All right, we should be good now.
You know, on my planet, sock on the door.
Oh no. Amber's gonna see his room with a sock on the door.
Oh, okay, and see William. Yeah.
You're a lot bigger than the last time I saw you.
Apparently that's what happened when you almost get murdered by a bunch of Viltrumites, and you or me. My boss, Thetis, is also a Viltrumite. It turns out he rebelled against the Empire like years ago. So that makes two of you. It's not much, but it is a start. Now,
Not enough to take on the whole planet.
And they took him away. Said they're gonna execute him, if they haven't already.
that is quite the story.
Do you think my dad's dead?
I don't know. Viltrumites are weird about killing their own people. I think because it doesn't happen much anymore.
So, why are you here exactly?
Oh, yes, right, of course. On behalf of Thetis and the Coalition of Planets, I am to escort you to Telestria to discuss our war against the Viltrum Empire and how you can help.
Great delivery.
I just got back from space. I'm not going back just to talk to your boss.
This could be our chance to end Viltrumite tyranny for good. Isn't that what you want?
Of course. Amber and I are in a weird place. And now that my mom's looking after my half-brother, I can't just ditch her.
I should get going. Thetis will not be happy with me.
Maybe I can help with that.
Huh, there you go. Research.
Hey, is that Space Racer?
Well, it's Space Rider in the book.
It's Space Racer in real life, and he is legendary.
Okay, so I think everything in these books is real.
Yeah.
And it's all stuff that can hurt Viltrumites. He's telling us how to defeat the Empire.
Oh, shit. Can I scan these to take back to the Coalition?
Of course.
Thetis will be a lot less pissed when I show him all of this.
That's awesome.
Yes,
That was going to take a lot longer to scan. They like scan each page.
Yeah, so did I.
I've heard rumors of a Viltrumite prison somewhere in space. Maybe they took him there. Want me to ask around?
I'd appreciate that. When you need someone for the actual fight, I'll be there.
Of course he'll be there.
Are you and Amber done yet? That sock's been on the door for hours, and I really need to go to bed.
Okay, well, thank God Amber didn't see it.
Yeah.
In order for a Viltrumite to be executed, he must be healed and whole, worthy to stand and face the end of his life.
Oof. How do I get my arm back?
Let this not be your legacy. You conquered hundreds of planets, brought glory to the Empire. You were one of our greatest warriors. How did a mere moment on Earth turn you into a weak, sentimental traitor? Here, answer me.
More than just one moment.
That planet and its people are toxic. If they could do this to you, they too will pay.
It wasn't enough that you left me to die on Mars. You had to trash my place, too.
Still part of that inside him? Oh no. Oh. Yeah, that's bad.
Oh my God. It's here on Earth. That's catastrophic. Holy shit.
May I ask, sir, what's the occasion for such a fine suit?
I'm visiting an old friend. It is good to be home.
Man, they've really been building that part up, that part of the story, and it's just like just giving little teasers here and there. Like they started with it at the beginning, and then just keep adding a little bit more and more. So yeah, like you said, catastrophic that those what are they called? I want to say brain suckers, but not brain suckers, they're brain invaders.
Yeah, I don't know.
Body snatchers.
Yeah, just like the way that they jump out at you makes me think of the baby aliens.
Yeah, yeah. The floof.
Yeah, floof.
Floof is what we call the flood in Halo.
Yeah.
So what'd you think?
I thought it was a really good episode. We didn't get as much of the action as in prior episodes, but we really sunk our teeth into some of the stories and the relationships. Do you mind not licking your foot this whole time? That'd be great. Thank you. Sure. Lick your dad instead. So everything with Amber and Mark, that's been brewing for a couple episodes. I was waiting to see how it would play out. And to their credit, it played out, I think, in a really loving and mature way for the impasse that they felt they were at. Like, there was no name calling, and like while there were hurt feelings, like, you know, especially for Amber, who felt very lonely and isolated, and Mark hadn't been there when her grandfather passed, the hurt wasn't at Mark. Like, you know, they still give each other the benefit of the doubt. They still know each other is well-intentioned and loving and like wants the best. It's just, you know, like Mark said, the world seems to be conspiring against them.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, they both obviously care for one another. They want what's best for each other and themselves, which is super healthy. And, you know, you're just like, oh, well, you know, if you, like, kind of what the advice they were giving, it sounds like, you know, you really love each other, so why not, like, you know, continue to work at it. But, like, at the same time, they are kind of recognizing that the circumstances just aren't going to be what either of them want / deserve. And so I think keep trying to force it is going to lead to maybe getting those hurt feelings and then lashing out, and then maybe that even playing the blame game or something. I mean, like, so it just feels like banging your head against the wall. I mean, I don't want to say like, it sucks saying like, oh, just give up on the relationship. But if they've kind of like identified the problems, and I just don't know how they work through it. And the problem is that Mark is invincible, and so like, Amber's not, and so how do you work through that? Like, I mean, you can't have a normal life. So either Amber needs to be okay not having a normal life and being okay with lying to people about who he is and where he's off to, or she's not, or Mark needs to, I mean, like Amber said though, but if Mark would like just retire being invincible and not go and help people, she wouldn't be able to live with that. So it's just like, it seems like this is an impossible thing to get over. Like, I think that you do fight for something when you're just like, okay, there's problems, we can work through this and sort of figure out a way to like compromise, whatever you want to call it. But like, this is something that can't be overcome as far as I'm concerned.
On that happy note.
Sorry, just telling the truth.
I mean, it's true. If you're Amber, you have to be recognizing that everything you feel right now, it's not going to change.
Yeah.
Which means either the moments that you are with Mark, while few and far between, are going to be so great that they are going to be worth it for all the times that he is not there, or that's not the case. And there is nothing wrong with wanting a true partner who is there versus somebody who's off flying in outer space. Like, that's, you can't fault her for wanting that.
No.
And at the same time, like, Mark is in such a unique position because in his dad's case, like, there was resentment towards his dad on his part and his mom's part. Like, they know what it feels like to be constantly abandoned, to have somebody you love who's not there. At the same time, Mark knowing that can make him more empathetic and understanding of Amber, but doesn't necessarily present a solution.
Yeah, exactly.
If there were like a million more Marks, and I don't mean that as in like half human, half Viltrumites. I mean as in somebody who's genuinely as kind-hearted, good-natured, empathetic, and mindful as Mark. Like, you can have the power, but as we've seen with the Viltrumites, most of them are ruthless killers, and probably at least decent handful of them are just complete assholes. So, you need, honestly, to clone Mark.
Yeah, and I mean, the difference between Amber's situation and Mark's situation is Mark didn't have a choice in who his like father was. Like, he had like, I mean, that's his father. Yes, kept going off and like and being Omni-Man and saving the world or whatever. But like, Mark couldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna stop being your son. I'm gonna find a new dad. Amber has a choice that Mark didn't have. I don't know how that helps them out, but it is like, a little bit different.
On the subject of saying that we need more Marks, though, there is a multiverse and there are more Marks.
Yeah, that's just weird. I don't know. I wouldn't want to get on with a multiverse version of you.
No, but you send the multiverse version off to go fight the bad guys. Now, unfortunately, we have seen that at least one of these Marks was paired up with Omni-Man, and he's an asshole.
Yeah.
So, there'd have to be like a vetting process. But, then again, we're multiverse thing. We're taking them out of their universe.
Exactly.
It's opening up a whole can of worms.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there is a possible solution. I'm not saying it's the right solution.
No.
It's just there is a solution that exists.
Glad that Mark finally got there with the whole the books and like them being actually real, and telling him ways on how to take them down, take down the Viltrumites, and I don't know how they're gonna like gather those beasts or whatever off that planet to try to help out.
Yeah, they're too strong for a Viltrumite.
And how are they gonna get that gun if the guy's just a ghost or whatever, basically like a ghost story, and they don't know if he's real or not. So it's one thing knowing that all this stuff is out there. It's another thing like trying to figure out how you're going to use it all to take down the Viltrumites. Did like Alan brought some good humor to this one, especially like the whole like when Mark was looking at the Immortal and trying to talk to him through his mind. He's like, oh, actually, that doesn't work. Like, you don't have it. You can only talk to me.
Yeah, I do like Alan.
Yeah.
Also, and I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. I want to call him Ben, but I don't think that was his name. Blondie dude is back and on what I think is an exoskeleton now from the last season. The blonde guy who.
Oh yeah.
So like, I wasn't expecting to see him ever again. It feels like this show focus had kind of shifted, and he was in the past, and I don't know, maybe dead, and
yeah.
So he's back, and he might have, I don't know, something to do with this whole machine exoskeleton subplot that we've got going on with Aviator guy.
Yeah, true. That could be how it all comes wrapped up. Rex keeps having endearing moments, like, the home decor magazines that he likes, and then like Eve putting together things because like he never had a home. That's why he likes those magazines. I'm like, oh, him just kind of having his life flashing before his eyes and realizing it's like the reverse. It's a Wonderful Life, and he realized, it's like, oh wow, I've been an asshole in my life.
Yeah. I'm enjoying his redemption arc. I'm particularly enjoying it because the obnoxiousness and sort of assholeness of his prior, we'll call it his prior life, because he seems to be getting this a second life now. It's still there.
Yeah.
He still has a brash sense about him. He is still got humor, but the humor has shifted from being, I think, funneled through his own insecurities and inadequacies to actually being just funny and observant of others. So I'm really enjoying his redemption arc. I'm glad that he didn't die. It was amazing that he didn't die. And shrinking Ant-Man girl, I forget her name. I'm terrible with names, as you can tell. But I'm so shocked that they're alive. I'm thrilled that they're alive.
Her name's Ray, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll call her Ray. She didn't look so great, and we haven't seen her wake up yet. But I mean,
No.
I'm going to assume that she's going to continue to be alive.
Yeah, I think if they would kill her, he would have just left her in that dude's body, broken and eaten.
Possibly.
So
I am also glad that Amber went and talked to Eve. That had seemed like an obvious choice to me. If she was going to be able to talk to anyone, like Eve is somebody who actually kind of understands, in some senses, what they are both going for. Because her superhero powers have made her suffer some terrible loneliness, which can allow her to be empathetic towards Amber's loneliness. At the same time, she's a superhero. She can be empathetic towards Mark. Seemed like a perfect person. The only thing is, we've kind of talked about the potential inevitability of Eve and Invincible getting together just through the nature of them both being superheroes, having an understanding of the life. And I don't know, it seems like the show in a lot of ways puts them together at crucial moments, which over time can yield a relationship. At the same time, I don't want to be like an obnoxious shipper and be like, ooh, Eve and Invincible, they got to get together, because I do really like Amber and Mark, and it'd be nice if they could work it out.
Yeah, I don't think Eve and Mark have to get together. It's not something I'm just like, oh, they're destined to be together. Like, I'm just like, it just makes sense to me. I'm like, I like them both, and they're both good people and both superheroes, and so I'm just like, oh, it just kind of makes sense for them to get together. If they don't get together and it ends up being Amber, if they're Mark ends up being single, like I'm okay with all of it. Like, it's not something where like I'm super invested in any of the romantic relationships where I really want these two to be together. It's not Sun and Jin and Lost. It's not, what do you think about the nanny?
She's good. And what I mean by that is she's either genuinely good or she's freaking great at politics, because she knew exactly what to say.
Yeah. I don't trust her. I don't know what she's at. I don't know what I don't trust about her. Like I don't know what's going to happen. Like I have no guesses as to what her end game is, what her motive is. I mean, she could end up being someone that will go against Cecil but like I also don't know if Cecil sent her. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know who would have sent her, but that's that. I just had a thought. I'm like, well, okay, well, she said she was sent by Cecil, but like, I don't know what other organization it could be, but just a thought.
That is an interesting thought.
Yeah, I know if you clocked anything, if you trusted her more than I do.
I mean, I didn't trust her in the same way that I don't think Debbie trusts her, which is if Cecil sent you, you're not trustworthy. Like I will always assume that there's an ulterior agenda there.
Yeah.
No matter what she says, and like the better she is at saying it, in a weird way, it almost makes you trust them less, because you're like, oh, you're very well practiced in what to say to make me want to believe you. If she's not truly sent by Cecil, then my secondary guess is she's a Viltrumite.
Ooh.
I don't think there's another Earthbound organization that's going to have all this knowledge, but I could see her being a Viltrumite.
I like that. That's cool. Yeah. Good. Nice. That's a fun, crazy theory. No, she's not a Viltrumite. I'm very disappointed.
Oh, no. Sorry.
It's okay. Let us know your thoughts about this down below in the comments. And thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Invincible. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.